and I joined Alpha Omicron Pi when I was a freshman here at Auburn. I stayed in it until sophomore year when I decided to drop because of the fines. To be honest with you, it kind of just interfered with my sleep patterns. I like to nap. And I liked the aspect of it where you meet friends and you get to go to swaps and do all the social aspects, but it just didn't weigh out for me with all the fines that I had. So
I went through recruitment in fall of 2012. I decided to join a sorority so that I could make more friends when I came to Auburn. Coming from a high school in Georgia, I only knew one other girl coming, and I wanted to meet new people and have new opportunities and start with new clubs and organizations through my sorority as well. I've heard only great things about joining sororities also, so I was more than excited to join the sorority life.
I joined a sorority in the fall of 2012, and I went through recruitment because it was kind of what was expected of me. It was the norm for when you go to college. From my friend group, everyone was going through recruitment, so I decided to go through as well. I also was afraid about meeting new people when I got to a really big school, so I decided to go through recruitment to help with that fear. I joined Kappa Delta after I went through recruitment because my mom was a KD, and also because it was one of my favorite sororities during recruitment. I joined Kappa Delta in the hopes to find the friendships that everyone talks about joining a sorority, and in order to get more involved in campus.
I think as a freshman it probably would be, because I'm from out of state. I'm from Boston, so I really didn't know anybody here. And I met people through my sorority. That's how I met one of the Gamma Phi's that I ended up becoming friends with, is through my best friend that I met on bid day at AOPI.
I suggest a girl to go through recruitment simply because it helps the adjustment process to college, but I would also make it a point to explain that a sorority does not define who you are as a person in college. It does help with the fear of moving away from home and having to meet new people, but it does not define your strengths and your ability to get involved in a university's organization.
I think it's different, but not in a bad sense. I think some people are made for sororities and some aren't. So if it is for you, you'll make those friends through it, and if not, you'll make friends in college just as easily, just different friends. And you might not find out as many organizations and things on campus, but you'll still become involved and find the right place for you, whether you join a sorority or not.
Because most of my friends were outside of my sorority anyway, I think, like, my freshman year group of friends, we were on a different sorority. Like, we had a Gamma Phi, we had two Zetas, we had two Gamma Phis, we had two Zetas, we had a Tri-Delt, we had a KD, and then we had me as the AOPI, so we were all kind of different. So I had friend groups everywhere anyway.
Because one of my best friends is not in a sorority. Just because she's not in a sorority doesn't mean that we are not friends, or that she does not have as many friends, or she is not as involved on campus as those in a sorority. I just think a sorority gives you opportunities and information that you would not necessarily hear otherwise.
I think it would have gone a lot differently. I think I wouldn't really have the friends that I have now, even though I didn't meet my friends through my sorority. I met them through having friends in other sororities who had friends in other sororities.
I think I learned more outside of my sorority. I think a sorority is more important in your college career. However, if you come in contact with a member of your sorority in the real world, I have heard that it helps you in future endeavors of your life.
It was very beneficial to join a sorority at Auburn. I made some of my best friends through it, and I learned a lot about myself, and I became more involved and a better leader because of it.